Tundra Express. One of my favorite regions of the zone. I mean, regions of the game. Got soda on one side of me and coffee on the other. Too bad this Presence isn't Blue Label, or it would match my get-up here. Oh well, I've got two guns that match. Oh, me and my desire to be thematic. Probably a right brain trait. Please don't make... Ugh. I hate the fact that the player has to move on behalf of an NPC.
Now that we got the vault, we can't lose.
I've always found that irritating.
Don't get killed. Remember, we're always...
Any side quests? I always check this first to see where my progress on this is.
If he ain't dead, I'll keep you that way. Why loot the dead when you can fight from me? I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough.
If only I had a Blue Label shield to match my skin.
Get you a new edition of This Just In, now with 200% more libel.
Feeling overburdened by money? Remember, we're always open.
Do the thing you
I don't
do.
have any new jobs for you. Your eagerness, however, has been noted.
Oh, I'm easily amused. And feeling a lot less irritable. Probably because I can breathe better.
If you got the money, I'll save your goddamn life. Welcome to Dr. Zed's Portable Clinic.
Oh, look at all of this. I wanted my first Splatgun to be a good one. Splatgun. Kind of like a grenade launcher. I wanted something with a blade. This could be useful against Wilhelm, even though it's just a green, but it's still good. And there's the blue shield that I was alluding to. I'll go ahead and pass this down to my lowest level character.
So lonely.
Along with this one. I could just sell the electric one, but But the non-elementals, they're so rare that I feel compelled to get as much use out of them as I possibly can. If that means passing them down the line and using them with multiple characters over and over again until I finally get sick of them, so be it. And I'll go ahead and sell this, because my other characters have
When you think
quads
murder, take Marcus munitions.
and other such things.
Farewell.
It actually has slightly less amp damage, but not much less. And all of its overall stats are overall better, so. And got a fun combo to play with here. I can't sell you just yet, 1340. Oh, I just noticed 71.4 accuracy, thanks to the Hyperion forearm. Oh, and in the previous episode, I didn't talk about the rock salt that I got. It was a perfect hybrid. Jacob's barrel, Jacob's forearm, Jacob's pistol grip. No structurally superfluous sight. And it had an orc sword blade attachment. Pretty much the best rock salt I've ever gotten in terms of parts. So that's why I passed it down the line. Had it had a structurally superfluous scope, I would have sold it in a heartbeat. This thing has a Hyperion scope, which it absolutely does not need. It is good for these things to have scopes, Splatguns, because they're hard to aim otherwise. It's not like an actual grenade launcher, which is not, a real grenade launcher is not a tool of guesswork. It's a tactically useful force multiplier that requires training to use properly. Yes, you do need to aim it. Anyone who's able to fire a grenade launcher from the hip and actually achieve the desired result is most likely an exceptional expert. But anyway, you want a close-range scope on a Splatgun, like TD or a Bandit or something. This has Hyperion. And there are no chevrons. There's really nothing. No way to gauge distance. This thing really throws it out there, though, by Splatgun standards. 87.5 accuracy. It's only too bad it doesn't have a blade attachment. I'm hoping this will turn out to be a reliable slagger.
Awesome! Get out of my face!
Oh, I've got all of those accounted for. 400 versus 720, of course.
What a sucker!
This gets its turn first. What if the Jacob Striker was a slug gun
Legally obligated to tell you, I ain't a real doctor.
instead of being a high accuracy shotgun, an actual slug gun? Then you could justify having a scope on it. My favorite Dahl sniper rifle is the Scout, which is a plain basic common non-red text standard issue aftermarket Dahl sniper rifle with a Vladov barrel.
Hope you've had your shots.
That must have a pangolin part on it for that reduction in damage.
You're an organ donor, right?
I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough.
I want to test this acid shotgun on buzzards. That'll be for later, though. Loot midgets are relatively common here, even on normal mode. Don't any of you go transforming now, or metamorphosing, I should say.
Save mine even more. She'll help you out, but here's a tip. Don't make any sudden movements near her.
I want to save those Varks in their nymph state. Technically, they're not larvae, they're nymphs. Well, I don't know about that, because they do...
Come on
Hold on a sec.
You're missing the fun.
Ah! Good. Let me get this out of the way first.
All around the stack, there's plants. The stalker chased the bandit. The stalker thought 'twas all in fun. Pop! Goes the bandit.
Cheeky bricky, you don't care.
Oh, hi. Rowan told me you were coming. I still owe him for all that butt crap with General Rancid. So you gotta hijack a train, huh? Child's play. Let me introduce you to my ladies.
General Rancid.
Running, 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 I'm running over here. Run, 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 run.
I don't think he liked me.
That must be a reference to something that occurred between the events of the pre-sequel.
This here's Mushy
And
Snuggle
this.
Bites, and this is Felicia's Sexo Pants. These fine-ass women could stop that train for us, but I'm gonna need their badonkadonks first, and they got stole by the bandits a few days ago. Go get them! Nap time!
I know Tina can be odd, but she's the most gifted demolitions expert on Pandora.
Who would I be to
Just do
judge
what she asks,
odd?
and I guarantee she'll help you hijack the train and get the vault key.
Or rather, I should phrase that. Who would I be to judge others for being odd? No one odder than me. Well, before I test out my Splatgun, since this is my only non-elemental weapon, after I've got all the shooting enemies out of the way.
Ever been straight up with your own intestines? You better goddamn scream for me!
Pseudo stomp.
Sweet mother of I'm gonna count! Murdering you is gonna be so right!
I like it better when these guys are able to level up faster, because they tend to be really stupid. And they get confused really easily. And the more variation there is in the terrain, the more confused they get. Like, I've had Goliaths get stuck on ledges when all they had to do was jump down to where I was. I would go back up there, and they'd still just be standing there doing nothing unless I walked right up next to them. Then they'd attack me, but still they wouldn't really move toward me. But we're making some progress. And so I'd be forced to kill them and waste the opportunity. Oh, is that a perfectly matching barrel? I always hate how... You'd better not screw this up. Okay, good. How... You can't jump while taking damage, and I guess that's legit. But it still feels so irritating. I'll direct him over this way.
You better goddamn scream for me!
Pseudo stomp. This process can either go smoothly or can be really tedious, and there's no guarantee that it'll produce desired results. I've had perps fall through the map before.
Get ready to feel my fingers!
Goliaths can have a hard time fighting adult parks. See, what are you doing? You're just chasing me doing nothing. Don't make an ordeal out of this, please. See what happens when you dick around? You get slagged and set on fire. Not even by me. You just do it by being stupid. You're more likely to get a reward out of a badass pod than you are to get from a badass, which is just nonsensical. And now he's taking his sweet ass time. There we go. Seriously? Went through all that trouble, wasted all that time, and all you give me is a green. I'm supposed to get one blue and one perp. Or, oh wait, what's this over here? No. It's just slag arcs. Did get a Hyperion class mod. Let's take a look at that. Do I have ambush?
Switch on now.
Not yet. I might decide to pick that up, so I'll hold on to that. Oh. It's a 14 green, but it's corrosive. Hyperion grip, Malawan scope, dull stock, and it has that foregrip thingamadoozer. I wanted to test this. Satisfaction abounds. Could have done that with 1 or 2 bursts if this was a doll. Oh, you're another. Well, let's see how that compares to, well, better capacity. See how it compares to my blue one. Only thing better is capacity, so keep the blue, sell the green. Looks like it has a Jacob's grip and a dull stock. Yep. That looks like a Malawan grip and a flat off stock. Yeah. This one and close range fire, melee, slag, melee, and fire. Since I know I'm going into an indoor area, this should be a good combo. Is that doing anything? Can't even tell. Let's see if I can rebound it off the wall. Yeah, but not accurately. I couldn't even tell if he ever got slagged. It's so dark in here. So you're giving me level 16 stuff, and yet this was 14.
Put your skull into your tum-tum!
See if I can lure this guy out.
Satisfy me! Keep it!
No, no, no. Oh, got it. Can't see a thing. See what happens I had a specific plan in mind, and it would have worked perfectly, except some friggin' idiot jumps in there and does something random and screws it all up. Every single time. My plan would have worked. I know it would have worked.
Insert any donated organs into the receptacle below.
Keep it, keep it, keep it. Sell it. If this had a blade, I'd consider using it. Even though I've got my Splatgun. Looks like I didn't really have to pass stuff down to this character. They're giving me some stuff that's actually good. I'll hold on to this, even though it's a 14. I'll hold on to the one I've got, even though it's a white. This is a green, but it has reduced this in favor of having this, and I'm not using that at the moment, so that's my justification for that. Not that I feel the need to justify myself. Or maybe I do. That's probably a textbook melancholy trait,
Come on back anytime.
if we're talking temperaments.
Feeling overburdened by money? You're my millionth customer.
I'm melancholy
Don't let it go
phlegmatic,
down.
but I know I have choleric traits too. That's why, probably why I get cheesed off when my plans get screwed up. That's my melancholy traits interacting with choleric traits. Had I switched to my fire weapon, I could have scored a second win there. But I was too pissed off that my plan got screwed up, because the moment I heard a Goliath, I remember thinking to myself, well, let's see if I can get this guy to level up like before. Only this time not get screwed out of a purple or a blue. But then I knew that I didn't have a chance to go in here and kill all the other guys. Here he is. So I just knew he would get distracted. Now let's see if I can get him out of this hallway. Goliaths always have a hard time traversing this hallway. I'd better check that exclamation point. That's that one side quest. See?
Get ready to feel my fingers in your eyes.
Absolutely brilliant AI right there. Philadelphia experiment fused to the floor. Let's not take all day walking down a hallway, shall we?
Ever been strangled with your own?
Pseudo stomp.
Get ready to feel my fingers in your
I'll have to remind myself to check that.
Ever been
Exclamation.
strangled with your own?
You know what I mean.
I'll crack your skull open with my thumb.
Good or am I good?
You missed an opportunity for a pseudo stomp. Could have killed all of them and leveled up faster.
I'm gonna gouge your eyes out.
If these guys would just do things right, it wouldn't take them so long to level up.
I'm drunk.
It's in their best interest to level up. Right?
You're gonna be screaming.
See, now he's surrounded by enemies that are difficult for him to fight. Had he done what I told him to do in the first place, he wouldn't be in that situation. Dumb shit.
Am I good or am I good?
You're gonna be screaming. Goodbye.
Sprint, 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 sprint. Oh.
With your own intestines. A people.
Do it.
Scream
Wasted opportunity with that other Vark. As predicted. Double dose of fire. Good on inventory space.
You better goddamn scream for me! Die for me, bitch! Sweet mother of God!
Pseudo stomp right now. Come on. This is so tedious. Now what's he doing? I didn't tell you to go up there, and you have no reason to go up.
My big brother's about to teach you some moves! You know what he scares bushy snowflakes my donka-donkin' lips!
Madame Von Bartlesby isn't here yet anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter, but still, you could have just done all of this down there without forcing us to go on this extra trip and take longer. Doggone it. Idiot. You're getting attacked by these things. Pay attention to them. I'm not even attacking them. Stupid shit. Finally. Pseudo stomp.
Nice.
Well, that's kind of interesting. See if I get something worthwhile out of here. Ah, purple Jake. 2 purple Jakes in a row. I don't like scopes on Jacob's revolvers, though. What is that? Bandit? Yeah. Is this a twin-shot doll pistol? It is. That's getting passed along.
Warning, you will be terminated. Warning.
Let's see if I get hit by a train at this particular moment. Ah, surprisingly not. Alright, now. What should I use for this situation? Got so many choices. And they're all legit. Yeah, Morty beat me to it. I've got weapons for every situation. I've got 2 acid, I've got close range acid, long range acid.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have me some fun. Quoting Mac from Predator, by the way.
I still got it.
Of course. Try to leave the Goliaths alive until after I finished off everyone else. If all goes to plan, but
never fights for Donka. She's my main
Sometimes it does.
squeeze. Lady's got a gut full of dynamite and a booty like hell.
I expect it not to.
This is going to hurt!
Where are you going? Alright, we've got buzzards. That means I hate having to switch. I hate only having 3 slots. This is a situation where a close-range scope is better. Really, this is the gun I should have used to begin with, but I wanted to try this. Just overeager on my part. Remember, I have a preference for iron sights. Aiming with anything other than iron sights is confusing for me. Ha! Oh, let's see. I'll keep this equipped. I'll switch back to fire and this. Three different elements. This is a good combination of parts. Doll on a Hyperion SMG for a double dose of recoil reduction. Plus it's an elemental and it's got a Malawan grip and a Malawan stock. And blade attachments. About the only thing that'll make it better is if it was slag, since it has a blade attachment. Stuck on scenery.
Preparing to strike.
He's trying to strafe backwards and to the left, but couldn't move.
Quit live so much!
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
Pick it up. Pressing the use key and nothing's happening. That's not going to go over too well on higher difficulties. Sticky lob Merv with 1.3 fuse time. Not bad. Just a green, but that's legit on normal mode. I never get a lot of use out of Jacob's cannons. They're not buffed by Axton's grenade skills, which makes no sense whatsoever.
And I disappear. A ghost amidst the combat. Preparing to strike.
Ha! I don't suppose I actually got anything interesting, of course not. That's normal mode for you, though. Oh, one shot would have done just fine. Can I get another midge? I don't need a ledge. I don't need a conference call on normal mode. Hey, oh, surprise. That's what you should have said. Surprise! Hey, you guys!
Gonna be screaming!
Now, here's where these guys can sometimes get stuck. Like, if you leap right down there with one of these guys chasing you from out of there, sometimes they'll jump down there and sometimes they won't. And if they don't, they'll get stuck on the edge of that cliff over there for no apparent reason. And even if you get the Varks to follow you up there, it still doesn't guarantee that the Goliath will actually react logically. Pseudo Stomp.
Die for me, bitch!
Are you gonna do something? Blew it. Oh, I guess not. I thought he had hesitated for just like half a second too long. That would be a good time for a pseudo stomp. Just stand there and take it, why don't you? Sheesh.
You're gonna be screaming!
Idiot! Do I have to do everything?
Another trophy for my wall.
I'm gonna gouge your eyes out!
Adios.
I don't like the lure Goliaths out there by the farm because buzzards can show up, and generally I try to keep Goliaths out of areas where there are shooty enemies.
Murdering you is gonna feel so right!
Are there any Varks left anywhere?
Ever been strangled with your own intestines? Get on your goddamn knees!
If I killed him now, I'd get at least a blue, right? Well, that's the way it's supposed to be, only I've gotten single greens from Goliaths before. I assume that indicates that the purple fell through the map. Otherwise, it means that I actually did get nothing but a green out of a fully leveled Goliath. And that's just insulting.
Strangled with your own intestines?
As much effort as it takes to get these idiots to level up.
Fingers in your eyes.
You know, if you leveled up right now, you'd heal. Instead, you have to do so. Pseudo Stomp. There we go. It's not a good one. There's supposed to be a blue also, right? One perp, one blue. At least I did get a perp. That's good enough. access to the basement. If the buzzards show up, I'm ready for it.
Not bad, not bad.
So anyway, regarding the Jacob's cannon, I've never been able to do anything with a cannon that I couldn't do better with a Torg Hulk. See if I can get down the ladder without anything going wrong. Keep it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it. Keep this to pass along. Sell this and this and this. When you first come to Tundra Express on a return visit, after you've already opened up this place, come here first to the farmhouse and activate that to turn off the force field.
That from me, if you want to live.
Ammo's good. Now that exclamation point. I'll put on this and this. Notice how I arrange keep my weapons in ascending order. I've noticed most Borderlands players do the opposite. They arrange their weapons in descending order. Guess I'm just old school.
If you're hearing this, you just killed me. And let me just say, no hard feelings. Before you wasted me, I kept my best guns in my garage. Considering how badass you must be to have blown me away, I'd say you deserve them. I know this sounds like some sort of trap, but you're just gonna have to trust me.
Technically, it was a Goliath that did you in. Give me a moment. It's getting dark out, so I'm gonna turn on the lamp. I'm back. I hope I get Doom Cleaner with no superfluous optical attachments, and it'll be blue label, and I hope it has a Hyperion forearm.
Trap! I lied! Nobody kills me and gets away with it! Nobody!
And an orc sword.
Where are you?
Bayonet. They're wearing Ushankas, kind of like mine.
let you kill. You suck.
59, 68. Is that Jacobs or TD or forearm? Hyperion stock. I'll go for the lance for sure. Oh yeah, this is a good arrangement of parts. Torg blast rifle with Jacobs barrel. That's a lance. Bandit grip, Torg stock. I'll pass that along with the Dahl pistol. Oh, there's a blue. Now, I hate it when things fly around and unexpected, or when large enemies fall on top of things so you can't see them. It happens a bit too often for my liking. Oh, that's right, I got that already. If I didn't already mention it, this pistol is a perfect hybrid. Or close enough. The barrel and grip match. And being on a different manufacturer's receiver, that makes it a hybrid. Jacob's sight, but that doesn't have to be used as a defining characteristic of what I choose to call a perfect hybrid. One of my characters has a Dahl double tap. Purple label, it's awesome. Flat off barrel, grip, and stock, and topped off with a Torg reflex sight. It's only too bad it doesn't have a flat off reflex sight and a stabby go nuts bayonet.
Awesome! Just a secco. This gonna be good.
Another trophy for...
I'm a little teapot, bloody and cut. Here is my handle, here is my butt. Whoops. Put a little bomb in a hot-ass damsel, blow stuff up and make people die. Squishy. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Oh damn, you looking good, ladies. Let's get to work.
Finish one drink, move on to the next.
Right. Twin sisters, man. Oh. Take 'em. Take 'em, take 'em, take 'em, take 'em. Just put my damsels near the choo-choo track and set 'em up! Good plan, great plan. Sup, sucker? Got a very important tea party coming up, and my date is missing, and I am not going stag! Don't even suggest it! His name is Sir Reginald von Bartlesby, a local aristocrat and purveyor of the fine arts. I believe his mother has forbidden him from speaking with me. You will convince her to release him into my custody.
Sure, why not?
Fine. Full of opportunity.
Fire works best
May
against
help you kill many things.
any and all Varks. Hyperion sight, too much zoom. TD barrel, not the best. Has a rear sight but no front sight. Bandit barrel. Any aftermarket Dahl pistol with a twin shot accessory is fine by me. The Torg barrel is the best. Torg grip is good, or Bandit grip. Torg for more power, Bandit for better capacity. course, a matching grip is always ideal. But aftermarket configurations allow versatility. What kind of bandit pistol was that? If I didn't already mention it, probably have mentioned it. I really like
Zer0 is only one of the many illustrious guests who will be attending my tea party. I have also invited Princess Fluffybutt, who has gazongas like you would not believe. You'll be rounding her up laters.
I really like the bandit rat-a-tatter. So if I was doing Bandit Zer0, I would definitely be interested in any and all rat-a-tatters. Their iron sights don't line up right. They have iron sights, very rudimentary iron sights that look like a high school shop class project. But they would work if they lined up right, but your character doesn't aim with the sights. They instead aim with the end, with the top of the end of the muzzles. I don't get it.
What can I get for you?
So you can make up for that by having a reflex sight. You don't need a scope on a rat-a-tat.
Words, my friend. No trouble.
The Torg reflex sight, here, let me scratch my arm here if you wonder why I keep running and then stopping. The Torg reflex sight is overbuilt. Oh wait, I needed to heal. So accustomed to playing characters with healing abilities. Passive healing abilities, I mean. Which I will have, I think. No, it's Survivor.
Next time you're bleeding to death.
I think Zer0 has a skill that causes him to regenerate health while he's in Deception. Is that right? I'm trying to remember. I'll get some more use out of this.
I won't be defeated.
Yeah. What's really cool, if you really like to be ultra thematic, is you put on the Malawan skin, one of the Malawan skins, Malawan style, I think it is, with the punk head, while using a green label corrosive Jericho, and it looks I mean the motif matches perfectly. I need as much fire as possible. Combine that with slag. These Varks are back. Maybe I'll encounter another Goliath. So I'll slip around this way and try to avoid antagonizing the Varks. I do the same thing with spider ants in regions where I know I can lead Goliaths into them. Get these things out of my way so I don't get distracted. Madame von Bartlesby, it's her exploding kamikaze bugs that she launches at you that can be difficult.
Please excuse Madame von Bartlesby's disposition. She's Welsh.
Hey, I'm of Welsh heritage. forget that. That's just great. See? We get some more bugs out here. Can't see what I'm aiming at because the sight is overbuilt.
I disappear.
And too much zoom. Overly complex sight plus too much zoom. So that's what I like about Doll. Simple and reliable. Simplicity is perfection. See? Ha! Ugh! If it had iron sights, just plain iron sights, I could aim with. Move, 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 move! Oh. Move!
Now go get Zer0. We have so many things to discuss.
Get up, pick it up, pick it up. Come on, use key. Get the money out of the snow. Don't care about the baby maker. Interesting that I got a TDR SMG, though.
Adios!
Could have been any random thing, and it happened to be. Basically the basis of the baby maker.
You got Zer0. Now I just need you to find Princess Fluffy Butt and get me some scrap metal from the buzzards so you can make me a teapot. Just blow up some buzzards and pick up the flamey bits.
That means this and I forgot this is a 13. I can go ahead and sell this. And fire, acid, fire. That combo would work well enough, but I'm going to do this. Kind of weird that a 15 is listed below a 13 when they're the same label color.
Feel free to get some crumpets on the way. Crumpets are crack!
Take him out!
You got Princess Fluffy Butt? Oh man, this party's gonna be off the chisel for Rizzo!
Now bring on the buzzards. Maybe I should check the other encampment since I was just here.
Adios!
I recall leaving the big guys alive. I have a feeling this is going to rip droids apart. Should have all the parts I need. Then some. I use this. Well, we've got one of these. I need fire for that. What am I stuck on? Move, move, move. Ah! They can see me even in deception.
Not bad, not bad.
I don't see it. It was right there and now it's gone. Oh, there it is. I've never fought Wilhelm without a rocket launcher before. No, wait, actually I have. Just not commonly. I usually try to see how fast I can destroy Wilhelm to death with level appropriate gear. I usually use a Splatgun gun, an acid gun, and a rocket launcher. Rocket launcher.
Gonna eat so many goddamn crumpets, it's gonna be a crump-apocalypse.
Overbuilt site. I know I shot that one more than I needed to, which I ought not be doing with a crowdsourcing jump. Ugh. Screwed myself out of a Goliath right there. Didn't even get much health out of that. I wonder what would happen. This is going to give me like -2. I mean, in keeping with this game's fuzzy math, -2 rounds. Let's see. Projectiles 14. That's with 3 rounds. I mean, how do you get 14 projectiles out of 3 cartridges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, 2 cartridges appeared out of nowhere. Ascending order. 1, 2, 3. If you've ever wondered why I arrange things in such a particular way.
That's enough scrap metal to make a teapot. Shorty, you the best. You the best.
Well, thank you.
Another trophy for my wall.
Yeah, I should heal. Splatguns are no good against fast, evasive aerial enemies. And they don't have... I guess they don't even have to be fast or evasive, just the fact that they're aerial and are able to move around in an unpredictable fashion. But Splatguns are fine against enemies on foot.
Dr.
Oh, look at
Zed's
that.
portable clinic. What can I get for you? Good luck.
Super low capacity, but everything else about it. Sell that one.
Come on back anytime. Thanks for the scratch. They'd help you kill many things. Nothing like a good sale. Good luck.
I might try to do at least one more Goliath. Maybe. The slag and Splatgun should be good against Wilhelm. Two shotguns against Wilhelm. Slag and Splatgun and a Corrodi crowdsource. That would be a great combo for Sal to Zerk with.
So good to see you, Sir Reginald. Let's gossip. Fluffy butt, you are looking good. Now, to invite the guest of honor. Gah! Here I am about to throw a tea party and the guest of honor is missing! Do me a favor and lure our guest to the party or I'll eat your babies. His name's Flesh. Still working on it?
You ever gotten a corrosive fuster cluck? It doesn't have to be corrosive. It's just if it's corrosive and it has a low fuse time, it can be really good.
Angry! I'm so goddamn angry!
Follow me. Pseudo stomp.
I'll crack your skull open with my thumbs!
Goliath versus pseudo giant. Imagine that. Have you ever gotten a purple Corinthian exactly like Morty's? Don't screw this up for me, Morty. Okay, this is going fast. I like it when it goes fast like this. Keep up the pace. Well, you've allowed them to metamorphose. Now it's going to be more difficult for you. Why are you still chasing me? See? You're being an idiot like the other ones. Opportunity to level up. You're blowing it like you guys usually do.
Get ready to feel my fingers in your eyeball.
Okay, screw it. See if I can take the wings off that thing.
Goddamn knee.
There. Pseudo stomp. Take one wing off so it can't fly.
Get on your goddamn knees.
Why is this so hard for you? Idiot. Moron.
You better goddamn scream for me. Murdering you is gonna be so
I see a red dot besides him, and I don't see where or what it is. That doesn't matter now.
You better goddamn scream for
I'm assuming it's an adult varket flying around and just milling around in the air doing nothing.
I'm gonna gouge your eye out! Get ready to feel my fingers in your eyeballs! I'll crack your skull open with my tongue! Murdering you is gonna feel so right!
So I think you always get a green out of a badass pod on normal. Whereas I rarely get anything from a badass Vark. Seems kind of backwards, don't you think?
You better goddamn scream for me!
One more level up. Missed an opportunity for a pseudo stomp right there when you were surrounded by all of these. There we go. Stuck on scenery. Pseudo stomp. Interrupted. Denied. Another good. It's a root, which isn't as good as a lance, but still not bad. Oh man. That right there would be fantastic if it wasn't rubberized. It's rubberized, and it's a contact grenade. Fuse time 0.0. Which means that when you toss it out, it doesn't explode on contact unless it contacts an enemy. And it actually does have a timer. But the timer is more like a safety fuse for if the thing doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Everyone knows rubberized grenades suck in Borderlands 2. And the unfortunate thing is that because of that, everyone who plays Borderlands 2 before ever having played Borderlands 1 assumes that rubberized grenades also suck in Borderlands 1, which they don't. They're actually pretty good. They're just like contact grenades, but with the added benefit of being able to rebound off walls, ceilings, and such. They take practice to use effectively and can still be dangerous to the player because they can bounce right back in your face. 8 minutes. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. Well, see, the lance is always better. Never mind the fire rate. It's a gyrojet gun, so we don't have to apply. That's a unique concept. So different standards apply. I always say this all the time, but it's worth reiterating. Lance is better than root, so the root isn't bad until you get a lance to replace it. So I'll sell the root, keep the lance. And a Rocketeer, I'll give that to a character so they can use it to regen rockets. I want all my characters to have that ability. Sell that. I would pass this along if it wasn't rubberized. Looking good.
Get your health and shields right here. Stay alive out there.
Varks are back in that area, so if I wanted to go for yet another Goliath, that would be a good area to do it. Grenade damage, no gun accuracy.
Not bad, not bad.
I need slag plus a double dose of fire.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
Give me your damn weapon! Almost!
What is next?
There's another Goliath, but he's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And I disappear. A ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
Get all the obstructions out of the way. I'll get my electric back on here.
There he is. Fleshstick, the guest of honor. You just lure him back to my abode and I'll do the rest.
Stop looking at me! And I was going to skin ya! Demon!
Why doesn't he just follow you all the way? Why do you have to shoot at his feet? Does he have ADHD like Tina? I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. I have friends and family members who have that. It's just... if that's part of his character, just say so.
Boys, it's some fresh meat.
Cordially invited, friends. Good job, friendo. Flesh stick skin sucked through the tunnels as we speak. Let's talk. Flesh sticks in the men's, getting all pretty for the big occasion. Time for the party! You're gonna be the waiter. Hit Mr. Sparks over there to bring in Mr. Flesh Stick.
Let's just get this out of the way. Yes, most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead adventurers. Lovely.
Sell this.
Come back anytime.
That's right, I don't have Resurgence yet.
I bet your mommy and daddy screamed as they died.
When you're ready to start the party, please smack Mr. Flesh Stick in his bitch face.
Blow up your face helm. Or Heim. Heim, yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm inviting Flesh Stick's friends too. Make sure they don't get too rowdy and break the generator.
So I need slag combined with close range weaponry.
What was that, Princess? I can't hear you over the sound of Flesh Stick's friends. They are being quite rude.
See what kind of range I can get out of this.
I read the most extraordinary thing the other day, Sir Reginald. Something about slag experimentation. I forgot what it was. How dare you interrupt Sir Reginald?
I don't think
Fluffy butt, Sir Reginald. I have heard some salacious rumors.
Tossing a
about
grenade at a
you.
melee
Is
attack,
there any
not the
truth
best
to them?
strategy.
Don't be ridiculous, Fluffy butt. You can trust me.
You're on the
I
risk
shall
of blowing
never
your own
gossip.
face off. Some more slag. Kind of overdid it there. They were already slagged, but I didn't know how long the slag would last.
What do you think, Mr. Flesh Stick? Quite.
Well, come on.
I'm glad you had to watch. Seeing your family go like that made you strong. Like me. You last stick.
Another crumpet,
This is
princess.
messed up philosophy. Hate does not make you powerful.
Here lies meet me. Let us discuss current affairs.
Let me go, let me go, let me go!
That's hardly appropriate tea party conversation. Mr. Sparks.
If we can't take hate, make kitchen! Time for kill!
That doesn't slag reliably at all.
Okay.
If you don't stop electrocuting me, I'm gonna break out of this chair and rip your tongue out with my teeth!
Really? Go on. Fluffy butts, you never told me you were getting.
I can't.
I must say, darling, you're marrying beneath yourself. You could do much better.
Give me the cash. $240 resale value despite being white. Good enough resale value by the standards of the early game. This part in the game. What's that? Eh.
The hour grows late. I'm afraid Mr. Fleshstick must bid us adieu.
I remember you, kid! You should be dead!
What an interesting point, Monsieur Fleshstick. Mr. Sparks, what do you think?
No! I'm sorry I sold out your family! I'm sorry!
Best tea party ever. Nah, man, no new jobs, please.
Did I screw myself out of the Fuster Cluck?
It's a fine day, full of opportunity.
I thought I did all the stuff I had to do to... Actually, I don't remember. Yeah, it has a TDR scope. $15. Drinking my tea. My favorite tea is Red Singer. It's brewed from hibiscus. I think I've gotten as much use out of 1340 as I'm going to, so I'll go ahead and sell it. Or I could keep it and equip another character with both it and 1340 as a shield. Just for laughs. Even a green Hulk is good on normal mode. Proficiency, I can pass that down. It doesn't matter about the Fuster Cluck since I'm not doing Bandit Allegiance. If I was doing Bandit Allegiance, I would be disappointed. There's a challenge called Another Bug Hunt. Obviously a reference to Alien.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
Did I mention Zer0 is my favorite character? My favorite character to play as, I mean. I chose Axton for my Let's Play partially because everyone says he's too ordinary. I don't think he's ordinary, I think he's versatile. Plus he can get the most use out of assault rifles. And at least 2 assault rifles, standard issue, plain basic non-red text ones, are some of my favorite weapons in the entire game. And those are the Dahl Double Tap and the Torg Lance, which are not only common weapons but also aftermarket.
Buy a gun already. I've always got new stock. Check back later.
I forget what mission you do to get the Fuster Plug. I could have sworn it was from Tina. Always getting stuck on walls.
You can always trust the
Look at that. Still not as good as a Lance. Let's see how a 13 perp Vlad Barrel Torg compares to a 15 blue. Yep, about what I expected. Pretty close to being on par with each other.
I'm always happy to take your money. Tell your friend, Marcus, musician.
The Lance is more accurate and efficient. The Lance is the most accurate and efficient of all Torg blast rifles. Do that thing you do.
No new missions. Sorry.
I'm easily amused.
You won't find better merchandise anywhere
Another
else. I made sure.
Another purple Merv ruined by being rubberized. Low fuse time. Contact Mervs are dangerous, but effective.
Remember, we're always open.
You can blow your own face off real easy.
Be careful with that. I'll patch you up whenever you need it.
Passing these down the line. Yeah, that cooldown relic. Proficiency relics are best for Krieg, and I don't have a Krieg that's a low enough level. And all my other characters already have better relics. Well,
don't have too much fun.
Yeah, I'll sell that. I'll pass this Rocketeer down the line next time. Oh yeah, this is the mission for the...
Want to break some stuff? A gang of lowlifes is out prospecting for iridium in the Tundra Express. I want you to find out why they're mining the stuff, and I want them dead. Order doesn't matter.
This is what I was thinking of. So it's a good thing I came back here. Let me check something for a moment. I'm back. TDR shotguns don't take full advantage of the bandit barrel. I know I say this all the time. Or maybe they do, because TDR shotguns are accurate. But, still, TDR guns are grenades first, guns second. And there I just illustrated that thing I mentioned earlier.
I'm legally obligated to tell you that I ain't a real doctor.
Even though I know I can't buy grenades yet, singularity grenades yet, I still feel compelled to check. Who knows, I might find something interesting I can pass along. I'll probably run into some Goliaths. As with most Borderlands 2 players, Zer0 was my first character. Because after seeing the trailer, I just knew I had to find out what he was all about. Experience it for myself. He's kind of like a cross between Morty and Lil. Deception is kind of like phase walk in some ways.
I'm an even better shot when I'm drunk.
Some of you, maybe even a lot of you, probably think it's odd that I'm focusing on melee with Hyperion Zer0. Because that's the sort of thing you would do as Bandit Zer0. But I want to be able to heal. I'll be going down the sniping skill tree later on.
Nothing like a challenging kill.
Like on the next difficulty. Oh.
Miners aren't mutated, so they aren't using this stuff themselves. Which means these guys are sending their iridium somewhere. Kill them all and have it.
I disappear. A ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
I need... This combo is actually pretty good. I was going to say a double dose of fire, but what I've got... That stuff out of the way. Maybe I'll save at least one Goliath if I can manage it. Too much zoom. What a strong shield you've got. you bastard.
Now that you've wiped out the rabble, go find the head miner. If anybody's got the info I need, it's him.
Why did that take so many shots? This is not a good slagging gun at all. It's a splat gun. Morty's the one doing the slagging. I kept slagging and hopefully trying to maintain the slag. And then it wore off, illustrating how ineffective this is. This is its purpose, and it can't even do that. It seems to kill enemies just fine, but as a slagging gun, I know everyone says splat guns suck. Maybe this is what they mean. Maybe this is why. Well, they shouldn't. They shouldn't suck. They wouldn't suck if they procced per shot, as they should. The whole Borderlands series fails to do grenade launcher type weapons justice. The Jackal sucks because it's too weak. The Jackal is what a Carnage should be, anyway. Aside from being weak, Carnage guns are too weak too. Once you're playing Brit. Elemental Carnage guns are kind of interesting. The rockets are still ridiculously inaccurate. I have the slag weapon, so I can explore that. X-ray pop. X-ray pop. I'm not playing as Axton. I still like to use NATO phonetic nomenclature just for style points, because I am that much of a dork. I'm gonna run out of ammo. I should whittle him down. Stuck on scenery. One more, maybe two. Not one.
The Hyperion Corporation wishes to offer you and your men $3,000 for every piece of iridium delivered. That kind of money you could consume countless alcoholic beverages, or fornicate with numerous members of the opposite, or say, sex. Whatever it is you preference.
Hey, don't feel bad about wiping these idiots out. I guarantee you Hyperion would have done the same after the mine write-up. Go check with Tina. She's got a job for you.
Efficient and effective. This pistol does not disappoint. This splat gun disappoints plenty. Plain old ordinary aftermarket green label pistol actually does its job. Just goes to show you can't judge a piece of equipment by its label color. At least not on normal mode. Plain old greens are fine. Greens can be useful even on UVA, well, on TVHM. On UVHM, green label basic Non-red text standard issue rocket launchers are just fine. And maybe a few other specific weapon types. The Malawan holographic reflex sight for pistols and SMGs would be my top fave if it didn't have so much zoom. It's my second fave next to Dahl. The Torg assault rifle reflex sight has the least amount of zoom, but it's overbuilt, meaning it looks overly complicated, which I know I said the same thing about this Jacobs. This actually... It's the too much zoom. That's what it is with this. It's not really overbuilt. I know I said it was. That's not what I meant. I meant too much zoom. I bet this pistol could take down buzzards with ease. Even more so if it was corrosive. Anything that works on droids also works on buzzards, and any and all vehicles. Same was true in Borderlands 1. It was easier to destroy enemy vehicles, like Outriders, with a corrosive revolver, than it was to take them out with a rocket launcher. Mostly because of the slowness of the rockets.
Customer, don't let it go to your head. Farewell, friend.
Oh wait, I thought I turned this back into Lil. I didn't even look up there until just now. I think I'm getting my memories mixed up. I should have kept 13. No. Oh, because that's yet another shotgun. No, wait, I have that corrosive sniper rifle. I've forgotten about that. I need... Well, because I've got the... Splatgun and the crowdsourcing to fight my way through the droids to Wilhelm, but those are both shotguns that consume multiple ammo per shot. And I'm going to need slag and corrosive against Wilhelm, so I need this. Oh, I still have 1340. See what I mean about my memory's getting messed up? Took out the engine. The turbine, I mean.
challenging kill.
I like the look of the Malawan skull. It looks out of place on a Jacobs. I've said the same thing about the Malawan holographic reflex sight on a Jacobs revolver, but I like that. Because it fits the whole retro futuristic motif and vibe. Is it corrosive?
Yo, 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 yo! Let's blow stuff up!
Oh wait, that's wrong. This is what I get. Yeah.
Lou told me there's a train full of money comes around here. Sounds like a job for high explosives, am I right? Am I right? Yeah? Whatever. I got some movers in the back. Get them.
So I need...
Those miners you fought earlier were paid cash in exchange for Iridium. Get to the station where their payroll train comes in, and we'll have ourselves a good old-fashioned train robbery.
I don't feel bad about this because we're basically robbing robbers, which is more like unrobbing, right? Am I right? Sort of an ethical conundrum, I guess.
Don't die. I need your business.
Now I remember, I almost sold 1340, then changed my mind at the last moment. Now I need... fire, acid, and electric combined with melee, or alternatively, I could put this on there. Fire rate 1.0. Double dose of fire. From a distance, I thought that lump
Bandits
was...
used this station to rob passing trains. You're gonna have to use it to steal the bandits' payroll. Gotta love the irony. Use Tina's dynamite to blast the exit gate and block the tracks.
Yeah, that's the irony I was just talking about a moment ago. From a distance, I thought that lump was an iridium ingot. Iridium ingot.
No Splatgun,
Hot to trot. Not going for headshots. That time I sort of did, I guess. Notice how on the Goliaths I'm not going for headshots, I'm going for gut shots. Because I know I can count on this thing to set them on fire. There we go. Not a bad sniper. Of course, a Malawan Rakel would be better. That had a slow fuse time, and it's a good thing it did. Goliaths don't usually last very long against shooting enemies. Oftentimes, this pistol kills before it procs. I don't like that. Not bothering with the leveling up.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
With the Goliaths.
Lord faithful! Night time! Let's make space gravy!
2 torso shots without a proc.
Murdering you is
Yeah.
Not bad.
Goodbye.
Wake up. Really? That shouldn't happen. Surprised I was able to get out of it. Stuck. Stuck on scenery. Resale value. The Hyperion pistol I picked up. Let's see how it compares to this one. That's not bad. That would be quite the thing to have at this point in the game if you were doing Malawan Allegiance. That's a good Malawan barrel Vladov grip. If this was Elemental, it would replace my current one for sure. I'll keep it. Use it as a backup weapon against droids. And can call in more bandits with that.
Good. That'll leave the train nowhere to go. Now all you gotta do is signal Hyperion and make like you're ready to sell some iridium.
Trade request received. Payroll train dispatched.
In fact, if this was corrosive, it would be perfect for the situation coming up next. So much easier to aim. I'm a Hyperion assassin who's gone rogue.
Exposing cash vaults. Please load iridium shipment onto the train.
Better idea. Put the rest of Tina's explosives on those safes and watch the fireworks. Make it rain! That was awesome.
Conductor distress signal received. Dispatching troops to payroll train number 627.
Get back to Tina whenever you're done dealing with those Hyperion reinforcements. Good job all around.
me the cash. I won't bother with the cash that's on top of the train. Too much of a pain trying to get up there. Let's check out that initial recoil. Not bad. Now let's try it from the hip. I mean, not well. I'm not aiming. Also not bad. So that's where it has an advantage over the flat-off barrel of the Synergy. Malawan is a really good brand for Sal. For a build, anyway. Not an Allegiance run, because they don't make a Gunzerker class mod. But you could imagine what it would be like if they did, right? Oh, is there anything else in this general location? I don't think so. How would you holster this gun with those stabilizer prongs sticking off of it?
When you made it rain, I was like, damn!
Plain basic fuster cluck, but a low fuse time.
You won't find better merchandise
So that's good.
anywhere else. I made sure of that.
I'll go ahead and sell that. If it was an Aegis, which with a matching Malawan barrel, I'd consider it passing it along. Well, I don't know. I have a Siren who could get use out of it and is close to the appropriate level. Along with that. Malawan and Hyperion make guns that are that fit with each other really well when zerking in pairs. Like, for example, a slag Malawan SMG combined with an elemental Hyperion shotgun, parted however you like. Put the Splatgun gun in Sal's left hand. Speaking of Sal, there's something I've never liked about the way they programmed him is the order of your weapons from 1, 2, 3, 4 goes right, left, when it should go left, right. Right? Because we read from left to right. Obviously, I wasn't using a Jacobs. Malawan barrel is a good, well-rounded barrel on pistols, even if they're not elemental.
Buy from me if you want to live.
Two of the same thing. Do I have any characters who could get any use out of this?
Stay alive out there.
Nah. If it was an absorb shield, then I might buy it.
Good luck.
Pass it along.
Feeling overburdened by money? A pleasure as always. Goodbye, friend. If you shop anywhere else...
I'll check the shops. I could do some gambling. I don't really need to. I'm all set. Clappy's stash is full.
You can never be too well armed. Welcome, customer.
Sticky longbow. If that had a fuse time of 2.0, it would be better. Still, it's a sticky, so it could. I guess it makes up for the slow fuse time by being a sticky, but I still don't like a fuse time higher than 2.0. Now, here's the question to bake your noodle. Is that an amp shield or an absorb shield? It's a better amp shield. Amp damage is top priority, followed by capacity. So,
Good luck. Lock and load.
level 13. 2 of them. Go ahead and sell this.
See you soon.
Check the shops out of curiosity.
2 words, my
Even the
friend.
grenade shops.
Let me know if anything catches your eye. I am sure we'll be
Is that's an absorb shield, it's a green absorb. Not a bad absorb chance. 14.
just think Dr. said.
This class mod would pair well with an amp shield. I did fill out Clappy's stash, right? Yeah. I've always wondered why only 4 slots? Why not a bare minimum of 8? Having only 4 just means it takes doggone forever to switch things over to another character, should you need and or want to. So, pass this along. And this. I think I'm pretty much done with 1340. No, wait, I said I was going to pass that thing along too, didn't I? Well, there's an even 4 to pass along, leaving me with another 4 in my inventory. Nice and even. If I had one more weapon equipped, it would be perfect. And that will become the case soon enough. So all of that is accounted for. Might have to fight my way through those those guys again, so I'll get my fire equipped. I'll leave this hand. The Splatgun gun actually consumes less ammo. 2 instead of 3.
Buy a gun already.
Now that's an example of a pretty good TDR shotgun. A pretty good TDR shotgun. Hyperion barrel. That's what you want. One barrel. Or, the TDR shotgun barrel looks like an over-under, but only functions as an over-under on Jacobs. That sound you heard was that.
If he ain't dead, I'll keep you that way. Who needs a medical license when you got style?
2 of the same. And the shops just changed over 6 minutes ago. So, well, that's an interesting development, isn't it? I seem to recall there being 2 of the exact same class mod in here previously.
Try not to die.
Or am I going crazy?
I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough. May it help you kill many things. Don't die. I need your business.
What am I doing? When there are too many steps in the procedure, it starts messing with my head. My head. So I got a good dull pistol and a good Torg blast rifle. Which would go to waste in if this without Clappy's stash. If this was Borderlands 1, and I found some good weapons and was doing an allegiance run and it didn't match my allegiance, they would go to waste. I hope Borderlands 3 has something similar to Clappy's stash, but I hope it has more than 4 slots. And I hope it has something resembling Vault stash thingamadoozer that's accessible from new use stations or fast travel stations or both. If this was non-elemental, I might have been able to shoot that. I set him up, you knock him down. Opposite of how it usually goes. What did he say? Oh, I killed him. He's silly. I like it when they say, "Welcome to die," in reference to Magneto from that X-Men arcade game. shield.
Your death approaches.
Good. Slower fire rate than my previous shield, which I did notice. That's not a problem though. It makes up for it where it counts. And where it counts is amp damage first, capacity second. Offense and defense. Oh wait, there was a vault symbol that I still needed to take a look at. I remember thinking about that, then I remember thinking that I would probably forget about it, and I was absolutely right. Well, except that I just now remembered. Fortunately, it isn't way too far from here. And the train just passed by, so... Fire lasts too long. Just undid that. All the work that Medfile did was now just undone. Just because I didn't feel like waiting for that stupid fire to stop being there. You have to wait even an extra moment. Like a couple of extra seconds, because the heat from the fire is still there for just a little bit of extra time, even after the fire has disappeared. Oh good, there's another med file, which I guess is realistic, sort of. But in practical terms, it just means you have to wait that much longer for an obstacle to get out of your face.
Boosh! Just poke their bellies when you want me to set the explosives off. I gotta do it remotely. Oh snap, son! I hear that terrain coming! Counting down. 10, 9. I am bored. Burn all the babies!
Well, that's one way to hijack a train. The Volkie's still up on that ice shelf. You better climb that wreckage to get there.
I don't...
the train, or you'll go insane. What? That's a rap song I wrote.
I don't think that technically qualifies as hijacking. That's just plain old demolition. Destroying the train, not hijacking.
Search the train cars. They're probably keeping the vault key in the most fortified one.
Hope you've had your shots.
Another amp. No, it's an absorb. Remember, I'm always pointing this out, how Blue Label absorb shields have the paint job of Blue Label Hyperion. This is really good, though, and I can pass this along to another character, and for that price, why not? Higher level killer, that's not as good as what I've got.
See you real soon, I'm sure.
Is that amp? Yeah. Look at that. Actually not bad for a white label amp shield.
You won't find better merchandise
Except for the
anywhere
capacity.
else. I made sure of that. I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough.
Here's where I will need this, so it's a good thing I found that. And this, so it's a good thing I found that. And I'll leave my Splatgun gun on there, although I'm going to try to reserve ammo on that. What should I use against the explodies? Probably this, depending on how close they are. Level 17. I'll go ahead and sell that too. I don't think I've ever found anything that was level 17 here before. Maybe I did, just didn't take notice of it. $821. I could just push on forward. I have enough inventory space. How much red do I have? Oh, plenty. Red rock.
Welcome, customer. You're my millionth customer. Don't let it go to your head.
Blast proof absorb shield. Whenever I hear that sound, I get wary. Because you know, exploders. Almost jumped into that one. Should give this a try. As predicted, it's not a bad backup weapon. Also, as predicted, and this is a big duh, would be better with an element. Take full advantage of the Malawan barrel. flat off grip. The overall best grip to have on any machine pistol. Normally I'd toss a grenade here. But I'm trying to do this Allegiance run right. And there's a chest over here, if I recall. If it isn't here, then it's over by Wilhelm. Ah, there it is. I like plain old explodey bandit launchers with flat-off barrels and Malawan exhaust port, Malawan grip, and Torg reflex sight. Bomba Bombardier. One of my all-time favorite and most used standard issue launchers. Alright. I need slag, Karoti, a double dose of Karoti ought to work. And everything. Yep. Terminus.
Don't worry. If Jack really wanted to protect the vault key, it wouldn't be on a train. He'd have Wilhelm guarding it.
Terminus, that always reminds me of The Walking Dead.
Oh dear.
It's a trap! The vault key's not on the train. Abort the mission, soldier. I'm sorry, but you can't handle Wilhelm. Trust me.
Kid, Wilhelm nearly killed us all in New Haven without taking a scratch. When things get bad, just run. Roland is wrong about Hunter. You can't defeat Wilhelm.
Won't even need to slag him.
Stop it.
You killed Wilhelm. Holy hell. Jack doesn't stand a chance.
Wilhelm dropped a power core. Be sure to grab it. My sensors tell me it's one of a kind. If you bring it to Roland, Sanctuary's shields may never need to be recharged again.
Well, never seen a power core like that. The one you got from Reese is nearly burned out. Why don't you bring it back here? We may not have found the vault key, but at least Sanctuary will be safe a little longer, thanks to you. Wow! Bravo! Champagne! Cheers!
This is a pretty good anti-droid grenade.
It's high five, so clap. You got the damn power core, didn't ya? You've been warned. The kid gloves are coming off. Tighten up the big boy pants because things are gonna get really, really bad for you vault hunters.
Sorry about the bad intel, everybody. I really thought the vault key would be on that train. I'll make it up to you all later. Next time I'm in Sanctuary, the beers are on me. What you think, Bloodwing?
I'll take a pint of your best oatmeal stout. Oatmeal stout is one of my all-time favorite styles of beer. Red Zinger is one of my all-time favorite styles of tea. Oatmeal stout, cream stout. Those are the sorts of beers you would pair with a red meat entree. But if you're eating chicken or fish, a Pilsner or a lager pairs better. A Pilsner is a particular subgenre of lager. If you're one of my regulars, you probably know this already, but I'm a big-time foodie and beer aficionado. Hammer Buster.
defeated the other Vault Hunters a couple of years ago. You have proven yourself to be even stronger than them. Well done.
My eyes keep bleeding for no reason.
Haven't found anything good? My weapon machines will fix that for you.
Not going to turn this in yet. I'll save that for next time.
Almost dead? I can fix that.
Buy a gun already. I always buy guns you don't need. Come back anytime.
Malawan colors are the most stylish. So probably most of my characters wear stylish Malawan colors of one sort or another.
When you think murder, think Marcus munitions. Good luck.
I really want to have some fun with that doll pistol I found.
Shots. Try not to die. Please insert any donated organs into the receptacle below.
Two-Fang. I don't like Two-Fang. Just like with Morty, I never use Two-Fang. In my neck, I swear, in my neck of the woods, we call that a negligent discharge. Why that counts as a skill is quite beyond my capacity. Now, did I put that in there already? I did. I must have. I'll finalize my decision here. Let me get all this stuff out. Yeah, pass those along because they're the most useful. And what else?
So lonely.
I'm alive.
Yeah, I think that works best.
Feeling overburdened by money.
Sell that.
Farewell, friend.
Those will be passed along to my two lowest level characters. I have a gauge that can make use of 3 of those 4, and the last thing, the non-elemental E-Tech. Did I sell the Fuster Cluck? I must have. But I don't remember doing so. Oh, I'll put that on there. I guess that looks good. Oh, there it is. Still messing with my head, having an unoccupied slot that gets occupied on occasion. Now everything is as it should be. For now. Yeah, the Hyperion, unexpected Hyperion pistol. Oh, it's got a Jacob's grip, though. That ruins it. Doll sight. Yeah, if this had a Vladov grip, it would be on par with this one. And they're both called apparatus. And this one's also called apparatus.
You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I've made sure of that. Tell your friend, Marcus, musician.
Ammo.
Welcome, customer. Lovely. I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough.
Need to spend some rid.
We're gonna be fine.
It's dangerous to go alone, jerkwad.
36. Not bad, not bad.
What a sucker.
I'll get all of these in
Displeasure don't
purple.
business with you.
I don't even recognize you.
Next one's backpack, followed by bank.
You better stay on.
The bank is just me planning ahead because I anticipate having a lot more interesting stuff to stick in there later on. Now, let me make sure I have time to gamble. Just a moment. Yes, I do. Plenty. Really, I wish this was the Splatgun gun and this was the electric. Oh, look at that. It's a green, but let's see how its parts. Doll grip. Malawan stock. Doll scope. It's a fire one, so it's probably, yeah. Showing me the stats even while I was aiming down my scope. Don't think I ever noticed that before. Because typically my focus is on what I'm looking at when I'm looking down a scope. I think this one that I've got has the best possible combination of parts aside from the scope being flat off. Would be better off with Malawan, Jacobs, or Hyperion. But the rest of the oh, that's awesome. The rest of the combination of parts means high proc, relatively high proc rate by the standards of this particular make and model, and fire rate. Twin shot, flat off barrel on a TDR. The quick shot is like the only TDR pistol that I like. So if you need to use it as a machine pistol, you can. Otherwise, you can just fire 1 or 2 shots and then throw it like a grenade. I imagine it would be fun to use while zerking in conjunction with a TDR SMG. Or just zerk with a pair of TDR SMGs. But I'm thinking about the early game. Like, if you're fighting Doom or Captain Flint as Sal, you can get a lot of use out of TDR. And at that point in the game on normal mode, you'd only have access to pistols and shotguns. TDR pistols and shotguns. TDR would not be my brand of choice for an Allegiance run as Sal. I don't even know for sure if they make a class mod for him. I think they make at least one. They don't make a class mod for Axton. So if you want to do an explosive Axton build on an Allegiance run, Torg is a better choice than TDR.
We don't stand a chance.
Not from me if you want to live.
Ha! I knew it! Stupid button messing up. Making me paranoid about accidentally selling things I don't want to sell. I'll get as much use as I can out of... Oh, no, wait, I said I was going to pass 1340 along. Because I've got enough weaponry. I don't need to carry so many shotguns. And that means I should go ahead and sell this.
Haven't found anything good? My weapon machines will fix that for you. I'm always happy to take your money.
Double check out of Paranoia.
Your cash ain't worth a
Speaking
thing.
of which, did you ever play the Paranoia mod for the original Half-Life?
Relax, everybody. You're safe.
Loot time!
Is that a twin-shot slagging pistol? It is. I like the twin-shot accessory on Malawan revolvers. Usually with acid or fire. or electric, rather than slag. Even though it consumes 4 ammo per shot, it's pretty much always devastating. Can I get a corrosive, another corrosive Hyperion weapon? Something other than a shotgun, because that industrial crowdsourcing, that's just fine. Maybe a corrosive synergy, and a corrosive competition, which both have flat-off barrels. Tease. I like the Doll Scout. Flat off barrel. As long as it has no other doll parts. Doll scope is okay. But no doll grip or doll stock, because I don't like 4-round burst with a sniper rifle. Like, the 4-round burst is okay with a pistol. With a sniper rifle, 3 rounds. No more. The best scout I ever found has an 18-round mag. And the character that has it still has it. So, which indicates that it is actually good. It's rare to find one that has an 18-round mag. Normally, they burn through the entire mag with only 2 bursts, which is, you know, in real life, that would be considered a design flaw. In fact, in real life, I'm pretty sure the designer would be fired. They would get fired for designing something like that.
Guns, guns, guns. Always happy to do business with a vault hunter.
Not a bad price. I like the way the economy works in Borderlands 2 better than how it is in Borderlands 1. Because in Borderlands 1, it takes a long time to earn money early on.
Sometimes I kind of...
Later on, it's not a big deal, but way early, it takes a long time. Unless you go right to do the thing you did. Unless you go right to T-Bone Junction. Scrounge up some over-leveled gear.
Come back anytime.
And sell it.
To tell you, I ain't a real doctor.
Keeping the one I've got. Even though this appears to be 3/5 better. This one still has it where it counts. Amp damage and capacity.
Come on back anytime.
And yet again, that same old issue of my lower level class mod being better than these higher level ones. Just weird.
See you real soon, I'm sure.
No more enemy!
I could sell this. It served pretty well. It's only one level lower than I would hope for. I'll be encountering stalkers, which Zer0 can see while he's in deception. Stalkers in the next episode. Is that a shotgun with a blade on it? No. Looked like it out of the corner of my eye. Maybe because I wanted to have something like that. Just because it's cool. Might as well make another Red Rock purchase. Is that a Hyperion, that blue? No. It's a Jake. Grenade damage, fire rate. Of course, there will be a phone call. Just a moment. I'm back. I had to go out and buy some booze for my INFP BFF. I didn't have to, but he wanted me to, so I did so. I need to learn how to say no. Not surprisingly, his favorite character to play in Borderlands 1 is Mordecai. Because in FPS games, sniping is his jam, and he likes booze. Hyperion SMG, but doesn't look like there's anything special about it.
My turn? Great.
TDR barrel, doll grip, doll stock, Hyperion scope. 2 plain. And I don't want, I mean not scope, reflex sight. But it has so much zoom that it might as well be a scope. Is that a corrosive double tap? Now that's something I could get some use out of. That's getting passed along. Don't care if it's green, this is normal mode. Perfect hybrid. With an accessory that boosts its capacity. Hyperion barrel and a Hyperion grip on a Jake. That's a perfect hybrid too. Jacob's barrel and Jacob's grip on a Vlad, but it's a 2-shooter, which reduces fire rate. twin shot accessory, in my opinion, is better on revolvers. Revolvers being made by
Money, I'll save your goddamn
Tor
life.
Jacobs and Malawan. Don't need that. Don't need that. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. Don't need that. Keeping this to pass along. Sell that and that and that. I could sell this. But I don't know. Flat off barrel, Jacob's grip, bandit stock. Would prefer Dahl or bandit or Torg grip. But as it is, it's not bad. If I was doing Dahl allegiance, that would be quite a find. Even on TVHM, even being green, it would still perform well. I might try destroying Wilhelm to death with that Karate double tap. With either Gage or Maya. Probably Gage. Using the Jill of all trades class mod. I wonder if anyone's ever done a Dahl Allegiance run as Gage. Probably. I just don't recall seeing that on YouTube. My loadout's looking pretty good, so I'll pass along some level 18 stuff next time. Another blue. Not my style. If it was a scout with all Vlad parts and at least an 18-round mag, then it would pair well with the double tap. That one was parted better than the previous one. That one had a blade attachment that resembles a Pritchard bayonet, another blue, and a Torg grip. Well, like I always say about bayonets, they're stabbing weapons, even on a pistol. Not slashing weapons. Let's get a look at that Malawan. Electric. It has what appears to be a trapdoor sight. So I need this, and 32 was the perfect number.
Out of my face! Out of my face!
Welcome to Dr. Zed's portable clinic. What can I do for you?
Hold on a sec. Twin shot and corrosive. If this had a Vladov grip, so that would make up... it's just that with a full auto pistol, I like to have a fire rate of at least 5.0.
See you real soon, I'm sure.
won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure of that.
I lost track of time since I had to run to the store. Keep on gambling. I'm just doing that to pass the time. Oh, look at that. Same pattern twice. Not like it's the first time that's ever happened. Might as well gamble myself broke like I usually do. And then earn it all back. So much easier to do in Borderlands 2 than it is in Borderlands 1. By the way, have you ever zerked with a pair of 1340 shotguns while wearing a 1340 shield? Does that have a torque barrel? It does. This combination of parts would be great on anything other than a TD or shotgun. Well, I mean, this Jacobs stockless pistol grip and this torque sight, you can have that on whatever you want. Oh, and the Jacobs forearm also. But the torque barrel, it's like I always say, you want a TD or shotgun to have a Hyperion or TD or barrel. Because the idea is with a TDOR gun, any TDOR gun, you fire only one or maybe a couple of shots out of it. And then throw it with most of its ammo still in its magazine. For maximum grenade effect. Interested in a better corrosive sniper rifle. Tease. Still, I'm happy to have gotten so many blues. Even if this character can't make use of them. One more item.
this place. I'll kill him.
Grenades become available
Who needs a medical license
at level
when you got
19.
style? Zer0. I'll patch you up whenever you.
Go ahead and stash this Karate Go Nuts double tap. Just so I don't accidentally sell it. I've never tried destroying Wilhelm to death with a double tap before. And I'll go ahead and sell this. If it was a perfectly parted Aegis, made from all Malawan parts,
Never doing that again. Tear the bad guys a new one, huh?
I might pass it along.
So many planets, so
Doctor, dying guy over here.
Yeah,
Next time you're bleeding to
looked at
death,
that already.
just think,
a corrosive version of what I've got here would be ultra awesome. Ah, if I was doing Bandit Allegiance, that could serve pretty well. Does that have a Bandit grip in stock? It does. Same elemental stats. Oh, same barrel too. Same barrel, same grip, same stock. Don't really need that. My industrial crowdsourcing is going to rip droids apart. That's going to be awesome. And lots of fun. On a non-allegiance run, just playing normally, two weapons I always like to have for, or two weapon types I always like to have for battling droids are a Torg shotgun and a Malawan sniper rifle. Torg shotgun will almost always be a Hulk or Ravager. And I'm almost broke. The Malawan sniper rifle will typically be a Snyder with a matching barrel, or
I ain't a real doctor.
a Corinthian or a Raquel. Oh, this has a blade on it. I don't really need it, but I could have some fun with it, even though I already have my bladed electric SMG. Really not bad. The TDOR forearm, it actually benefits from the TDOR forearm because it still fires 6 double shots. It looks like it holds 11, but it still technically holds 12 because it has 2 barrels. Bandit stock adds neither bonus nor penalty.
Zer0.
Can I get... a better class mod?
I'll patch you up.
Guns! I got them, you need them.
Remember what I said earlier about the corrosive Jericho? If I was wearing Malawan style skin with punk head, it would match. Green label corrosive Jericho. Hyperion barrel, Jacob's grip, Jacob's stock, Doll scope. That would work just fine for the mission ahead. Yeah, I should have compared it to my, what's it called, policy? Transaction.
Haven't found anything good? My weapon machines will fix that for you. Farewell, friend.
We're ready for you, Jack.
When you think murder, think Marcus Munitions. Goodbye, friend. If you shop anywhere else, I'll have you killed.
Shock trooper. Unfortunately, that becomes basically useless on UVHM and above.
Catch you later.
I should look around to see if Mike is hanging out here somewhere. He sometimes hangs out right here. Did I check this? I did. No, I didn't. I looked and thought I saw a D on the end, and there wasn't one, but my brain thought there was. I don't know. Also, I should check. Really? What if Hyperion sent loot droids into those boxes, and they ended up like they were delivered through the mail or something, and they were infiltrators, loot droid infiltrators in Sanctuary? See, playing this Hyperion Allegiance run thematically like that sort of coaxes me into thinking like a double agent. Even though I'm totally not. I'm totally against Hyperion.
Only a matter of time until Jack.
So it's totally legit that I use their stuff against them. Oh, look at his face, his eyes. Don't make the player move for an NPC.
Welcome to the black market. Don't tell your friends.
See if I can get one more 4-piece set of iridium ingots.
Get your health and shields right here. Set out.
Have I sold that many items already? Tease. Good resale value. I like the double tap better than the Gatling gun. Most people would... I think they'd enjoy co-oping with me. Because all the guns I like best are what most players would consider to be leftovers at best. I like the double tap better than the Gatling gun. I don't think anyone else has that preference.
I ain't a real doctor.
Not from what I've seen in videos anyway. Of course, I'm talking about normal co-op play, not Team Allegiance.
It's a bolt. We got it.
What was in here? Oh yeah, nothing. Nothing interesting. This is too good. This will make too good of a rocket regen tool for another character because of the magazine size. Torgue barrel, bandit grip, Jacob stock. Vladov standard twin barrel, Jacob's grip, bandit stock. Oh wait, look, I notice a pattern here. Jacob's, bandit, Jacob's grip, Jacob's stock, bandit grip. So that's my 4-piece set to pass along. If I really wanted to, I could sell these two. If I really wanted more gambling money. I don't need to do that. No. That's accounted for. Would be better with acid or fire. doesn't make the greatest slagging gun. There's Roland behind me. See if I can get us lined up so that we look cool side by side. Yeah, close enough. Kudos if you got that, by the way. When I said close enough, I was quoting Krieg. So anyway, catch you on the flip side, and see you next mission, slaboids.